Welcome back to That Damn Figure Show. This is your host with the most. My name's Ben, and we're here today again with another double creature feature. And as you can see here today, I have the unmasked version of Scar Predator, and I have the I think he is Youngblood Predator, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, his name is Youngblood. This is the Youngblood Predator, and this character came from the AVP film where they had like a flashback explaining, the whole, issue between the xenomorphs and the Yautras. So he was in the flashback. I really like how this figure looks. I decided to do double creature feature, if you will, because I feel like we've seen Scar already, and the bucks are basically the same. They have some subtle differences. I would say Youngblood is more akin to the way Celtic battle damage is, minus the battle damage. But yeah, let's get into it, and we'll go into Youngblood in a few, but let's just get into the elephant in the room, if you will. Now, if you saw the promotional pictures and the display pictures that they have on Big Bad Toy Store or HiyaToys.com or wherever you could get this figure from, this figure looks a little different in the face, and I'm gonna get into that. I think that I got a little lucky with mines. If you see the way that face looks here, see if that looks good. There you go, right there, perfect. Now, that ain't it. That is not it. But granted, it is better than the ones I've been seeing, everyone. Like, I've watched some photos. I've seen some photos that people put in the group that I'm in, Hiya collectors, by the way, and it doesn't look good. Mine's looks better than those that I'm seeing, but I don't like it too much. I really feel like they should really get into the details. Now, this is the problem. I will also chalk this up to the problem with ordering figures online opposed to seeing them in a store. Because I've showed before that, like, when I got a chance to actually hold the figure in hand and pick them out, like, I'm like, oh, some of these are painted differently, just small differences, but sometimes it counts. And I wish I would have had that luxury with this guy, but unfortunately, that's not what it is, and it is what it is. So I still accept it for what it is. I got it mainly for the body, because I would like to try and customize it. Like I said before, I want you guys to be on that journey with me as I try customizing. I'm not really good at that stuff. I would like to try. Now, next year, Army Painters is releasing like these speed painter stuff that look really interesting to me. So I'm going to get my hands on some of those soon. Comes out next year, and so I could like start customizing these guys. But I do have the Gundam markers, and I will try to do one of these guys with a Gundam marker. But yeah, he has the same accessories as the last. They all do, actually. They have the same exact accessories that you see here. 2 extra hands, a ninja star, and the closed combi stick. And he has his combi stick in hand. I left also the other ninja star in hand. So this looks exactly the same. So the articulation is also the same. I don't really like the articulation too much on the Scar Predator because the armor makes him stand a little wonky. I know you could shave the armpits down a little bit and then you could close. I really don't want to do that though, but he stands a little funny, but the articulation is exactly the same. But let's go on to the one who's more unique, and that is Youngblood. Now, this is Youngblood, everyone, and I had to heat this up because this shit looked like an S. It was almost completely morphed into like an S. And it's really cool to see just a new accessory that comes with the figure, and this is amazing. I really like how this looks. It's cool. You could display this. I might display it in a different way because, like I said, I like the buck itself. Now, it may not seem that different, but it actually is pretty different. Like even the way the armor sits on the chest, the way they're missing some armor bits. Like if I get Scar and put them side to side, you can see like they're fully armored, and even the wrist gauntlet looks slightly different. It could be just the wash. Also on the other side too, he's just not as armored up, and his pigment is a little bit looks like a little bit darker. Looks like the wash was done a little bit better on Youngblood. The major difference off the bat, aside from the, obviously the heads being different, is and the armor on the top, is they also come with that ceremonial neck part that I really really like. Now the other hunters from the film didn't have it, but all the ones from the flashback did have it, and I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a little hard getting in there, but let's see. Sorry, I got fat hands, so we got a fat finger. Move this out the way. Yeah, I really like this little neck piece. It brings the figure together to me. I really really like that. And all the predators from the sorry, kick the camera. All the predators from the flashbacks all have this, because they're called blooded predators as well, which means like they successfully did the hunt, so they're gonna look a little different. As well as they also was done in a different part of the world. So like for example, this was like I think it was like Antarctica during this film. So if you look at their shoes, the shoes are a little different. They don't have those bulky things. So I chalked that up. It's like they came to a winter wonderland for that movie, and this was done during the Aztecs time when it was super fucking hot in that time. So I think that's why they're dressed different. I would bet my bottom dollar on that. But yeah, let's get into the articulation. Again, the accessories are the same aside from this cool combi stick coming with the xenomorph head. So let's get into it. Let's see. Now, I've noticed with all of the Yautjas that have don't have the full armor, they're better articulated because that armor is not going to hinder them. So the same thing holds true with him. As you can see, he could go almost all the way down. Sorry, he could go almost all the way down. He could put his arms at his side. Even the other side is not as much, but he could put it lower than his, which is why I don't understand why they couldn't do that. Obviously, from just looking at it, the biceps are bulkier on the Scar Predator than him. That's probably most likely why. But yeah, this looks amazing, everyone. The articulation's a little better, in my opinion. So let's see. Now it is stiff, but it's soft. There's a softer plastic. There is no bicep swivel, but there is a shoulder swivel, so you could, get the same effects you could get the same effects you would get from a bicep swivel. So that's how that looks. And then of course you could rotate this. It's free roaming. You could put this like that. You could make him look at his little wrist gauntlet if you want. Now on mine particular, his shoulder cannon sucks. It's like a limp noodle, if you know what I mean. So like I'll show you guys now. Like look, it just flops back. It actually feels like it's gonna break, and you know what? If it breaks, who gives a shit? A lot of these guys didn't even have it in the film, and I kind of like that they didn't have it. They were like challenging themselves, and it was kind of like a mission to get to it. But yeah, also if you want, I saw someone do this on the Hiya collectors group on Facebook, that they took this head and they put it on his body and made it look like how he looked when the film first started, because he didn't have the scar on his mask or on his head when he first, the movie first started. So he gets that as he goes along. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I like the way he looks. So I'm going to keep him like this. What I might take off of him and probably add on later is I'll probably take these skulls off and put it on another predator. And I have 2 elder predators, so I might take off the ceremonial elder beads and put it on this one just to see how it looks. But yeah, so let's just get more articulation. So Of course, you know, they have a good spread. I showed you guys that the last time. I mean, can't do like too much of a spread, but they don't really need to do that. If you warm up the joints, you could get it kind of high. I feel like it's going to break on this one, but I've gotten higher on other ones, but that's about it. That's really sad that it doesn't go that high. Maybe the other one. Maybe the skirt is hindering the articulation. So, no, it's terrible. But he's not supposed to be, none of these guys are supposed to be like super fucking articulate. I would like that though, but it's not. But he does have a good double jointed knee. He has a ankle swivel, and it's supposed to be a ratchet here. So I'm gonna see if I could. Yeah, it's just a little give. It's because of the way the armor bits feel is here. He also comes with the ceremonial blade that they use to cut the xenomorphs whenever they're gonna collect the trophies from them. And he comes with his wrist blades. What I wanted to do was because I love some of these video games, and even I think in the film, I think it was this one specifically, Youngblood, had 2 wrist gauntlets. On one part of the flashback, he had 2 wrist gauntlet blades, and then on the other flashback that they showed more was the way he looks now. So I think I'm gonna take maybe from him and put it on this hand as well, and so just so you can have 2, and like you could Wolverine that bitch. But yeah, he also has waist articulation as well, which I find a lot of these, the less armor they have, the more articulated they are, which is holds true with even Joy toys. You can see. I showed you guys the arms already. Now the head on this one specifically, it's not. It barely moves on mine. It's barely moving. On others it does. Maybe I just need. I'll heat it up and pop the head. I'll pop it back in just to loosen it. But that's how his head holds so far. I don't like that part. I really like when it can move. I showed you shoulder cannon. Kind of sucks because it's like limp noodle. But yeah, this is him for now. Oh, also, any of you grapplers out there that know about leg locks and stuff, his sculpt got morphed, I guess, in packaging, and it looks like he got heel hooked, and it looks like he didn't tap. So if I bend his knee this way, you can see that it's not proper. I'll probably just heat him up and just put it proper back into place. But yeah, both these figures look amazing. We're gonna do a size comparison as well. See if I can get them to stand well, because his heel hooked leg doesn't really call for it. Let's see. All right, 1, and I think you're gonna stand fine. Yeah, you're gonna stand fine. Probably gotta move you to here. Yeah, okay, so now we'll get into the size comparison. I'm gonna lower the camera a little bit so it could be fair. You guys could see it. Boom. All right, we're gonna start out with Murphy, Alex Murphy. The RoboCop 2 version of the android that we have here, or cyborg, whatever. He's an android. Here you go. Looks amazing. Size as well. Now I told you guys before, the AVP stuff, super bulky. They look fantastic. Like the height may be off, but the size looks great. The bulkiness, like, yeah, what they lack in the height, which, you know, I told you before, they should be a little taller. Like head above their own head above Murphy's head. That's how it should be. But it looks great. Like they make up for it in just the sheer size. All right, moving on to everyone's favorite, Rigo, fan favorite in multiple channels too. Like even like there's some other channels that like people just love Rigo, and well, good reason. Is a good fucking figure. It's a good figure. If you could get by his wonkiness, he stands really well. But yeah, look at that. I understand the floor's tad uneven, but it is what it is. There you go. Sorry about that. Rigo, perfect. And this is a new buck from Joy Toy. This is their, you know, super fit kind of character that they're gonna have. They're gonna be releasing more. of this similar body type, so looking forward to that. But that's how it looks next to Hiya Toys Predators, especially the recent ones. Move on. Big ass head Kelsey. Acid Rain figures got big ass heads. Anime looking heads too. That's how she looks next to them. Can you imagine if these Predators, actually had to deal with Kelsey? They'll be like, they'll love her because of her head. They'll be like, oh, that's going to be a big trophy. All right. Now, I just reviewed this, and I'm going to put this guy. This is the crouching alien, which kind of doubles as a runner, because he can run really. He could put that position better than most. But yeah, this is how they're gonna look next to each other, and that looks fine to me. I really enjoy. This motherfucker doesn't stand. There you go. Yeah, this looks fantastic, everyone. Nice, looking good. He could crouch all the way, but his joints are really stiff. All right, and we're gonna go on to the original of Aliens from Aliens 2. This is how the non-crouching one looks, and that looks amazing. Really does. I'm gonna get a grid to show you guys more. It's another xenomorph I'm going to show you guys right now. And here is, I'm going to fix his legs up. Here is Grid. And of course, they're going to look great together. Of course. Fantastic, right? Looks good. And just so we can wrap it up, we're gonna show the classic. We'll show the first editions of what Hiya used to produce. I still like these as well, because if you're fans of the comic book, there are different size Yautjas. There's some small ones. There's even taller ones than what we have here. Hopefully they'll do some of those, but that's how he looks next to an OG Hiya Predator. And here we go. Get another fan favorite is Armored Crucified Predator. And that looks good. Now, because of the boots that they have, the sandals that they have on, he is a little taller than Youngblood, but a little shorter or the same height as Maskless Scar. That looks great together if you want to do it like that too. I like the OG Jungle Hunters the way they look. I'm probably going to get more of these. And then just to end it up, we'll put Celtic, Battle Damaged. And y'all know he doesn't need help standing. That looks fantastic, everyone. I really hope you guys enjoyed the content that I provide. I really enjoy talking to you guys on various social medias. I'm going to get an official one soon. I said in the last video, I'm trying to get that together. Just a lot of work I've been doing lately, and the holidays. So trying to get that together. So if you guys like what you see, remember to like, subscribe, and comment, everyone. Take it easy. Take care. This is your host, The Most, out.